using what he got to shield him. He got a lot of security guards around him, and he's in the limelight and stuff like that. But in certain situations, he wouldn't be acting like that.
Do you like him as a fighter though?
Yeah, he's a damn good fighter.
Yeah,
but like his core personality and his way.
If the opportunity presented itself against Floyd, you would have, though, even though you admire him so much and he's so great.
Floyd, yeah, because
Terence Crawford has finally responded to Floyd Mayweather's demand for a fight in 2026, and his response was positive, as he's willing to settle the debate of who's the greatest between the two. Mayweather might be over 10 years older, but he was the one who called for the fight after getting furious at the comparisons boxing fans have been making between him and Crawford.
Everybody played the part.
Canelo said he's way better than Mayweather. What do you think to that?
Who, Terence?
Yeah.
Oh, of course. Of course he is.
What do you want to see?
In an interview after his win, Crawford was asked about boxing fans wanting him to fight Floyd, especially with Floyd wanting the fight too. If Floyd wants to fight me, it's some great money and it's an opportunity with one of the greats. So, I'm in.
I am now.
How do you beat Floyd, though? Like, since nobody's been able to crack that code.
You think I would tell you?
He ain't fighting anymore. So that fight ain't gonna happen.
Mayweather was forced to call out Crawford not just because boxing fans demanded it, but because two of his previous opponents have spoken about Crawford being better than him, which looks like a big insult to the achievements of the boxing legend. Aside from Canelo, Shane Mosley, who lost to Mayweather on points 15 years ago, also echoed the same opinion.
When I looked at it, he came out in the southpaw stance and he took Canelo's jab away from him. As you know, if you take a fighter's jab away from them, then it's hard for them to really land. You force them to use one shot, and he forced them to use his backhand, his rear hand. Crawford was ready for the loop in the right hands. Crawford.
Speaking to Fight Hub TV, Mosley sensationally claimed that he believes Bud Crawford is actually better than Mayweather, but he did give plaudits to his former rival, who he says was very talented. I think Crawford is better, bigger, like he's actually moving up in weight class. And I would say Crawford is a better all-around fighter. Mayweather's really good too, though. You can't knock him as well. He's very talented. It would have been a tough fight, but I think Crawford would have the edge over Mayweather because of his long arms and because he's bigger.
Who think's better out of those two? Crawford or Mayweather?
I think Crawford is better, bigger. Like he's actually he moved in weight class. And I would say Crawford is a better fight all around fighter.
Fans and experts around the world have already begun to debate whether Bud can now be regarded as the greatest fighter of all time after defeating Canelo, a historic victory that has sent the 37-year-old to the top of the pound-for-pound list once again. Canelo, on the other hand, had made his thoughts known before the fight, but after his loss, he re-emphasized his stance and claimed Crawford was the better of the two. Canelo Alvarez made waves during his post-fight press conference when he declared that Terence Crawford is a better fighter than Floyd Mayweather. I think Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather, Canelo said at the post-fight news conference.
If you can compare and contrast the fight between yourself and Floyd Mayweather Jr. and tonight's bout with Terence Bud Crawford, if you can.
No, I think Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather.
You know, how did that feel to hear that from someone like him?
I just was like, well, you know, it's his personal opinion. He was in the ring with both of us. So a lot of people, you know, they can say what they want, but he's actually been in the ring with both of us. You know, one where he felt like he was at the best.
Was ready for the body shots. You know, occasionally the straight right hand to the body would land for Canelo. But, you know, sooner or later, Crawford started getting out of the way of that as well by just pivoting, you know, on the angle and, you know, making Canelo reach. There were spots in the fly at the ring that I saw Crawford, you know, try to counter.
You know, and another where he felt like he was at a disadvantage when he had a rehydration clause and he was younger. So, you know, I don't know. You know, I don't go off of that. You know, Floyd is the best fighter, you know, in his era. And I feel like
it's the game like Floyd Mayweather.
He mastered the art of knowing when to fight somebody and when not to fight somebody. I mean, he's the best in that game. He's the best in, you know, making money and making all the, you know, the huge fights happen. But why? Because he was timing every single one of them. He never fought nobody really in their prime. He always
after junior lightweight. Junior lightweight.
He changed the game in the worst way possible. You're right. Everybody's trying to protect their own.
A lot of the stuff that Canelo was doing. And that I would say this, that work from Boots helped in that aspect because Canelo was reacting to a lot of the counters that Crawford was throwing. Usually in the past, Canelo would stand right there. He would lunge and he would stay in place, keep his feet in place. However, Canelo.
This statement carries particular weight considering it came from someone who suffered losses to both Crawford and Floyd Mayweather. Canelo's willingness to make such a bold claim immediately after losing shows either remarkable sportsmanship or genuine belief in the undefeated Crawford's superiority. The Mexican superstar's comments sparked immediate controversy throughout the boxing community. Some supporters pointed to Crawford's willingness to move up multiple weight classes and face elite competition, while others defended Mayweather's perfect record and superior resume. Terence Crawford himself revealed that Alvarez has been in the ring with both him and Mayweather. Him saying that Crawford was better was because of his personal experience. Talking on the Ariel Helwani show, this is what he said: "Canelo was in the ring with both of us. People can say what they want, but he's actually been in the ring with both of us.